we are going to discuss something about database management system. If we classify the word DBMS, we can find here we have data, then database, and then management system. So, what is data? A particular record or value is called a data. For example, you can say the name of a student is also a data, roll number of a student is a data, employee number of an employee is also a data, and the collection of some related data is called database. Suppose we have following relation. Here we have roll number, name, course, and salary. Although collections of data are there, but we cannot say it is a database because there is no relation between salary and course or name of the students. So to become it as a database, we need to break down the table, and this one is called a database because each and every student has roll number, then he has name, and then he has course. So now what is management system? We can say the way through which we can maintain a database is called its management system. There are two types of management system. First one is called manual database management system, and then computer-based management system. In case of manual system, each and every data should be maintained manually. Suppose the library catalog of a student is also an example of manual database management system. Here each and every data should be recorded manually, and a computer database system may be created and maintained either by the group of application programs or it is using by its database. So a formal definition of database is that it is a collection of programs that enable the users to create and maintain a database. It is a general purpose software which can help to defining, constructing, manipulating, and sharing a database. Defining a database involves specifying the data types, its structures, and the predefined rules which we can impose to a database. And the constructing of database is the process of storing the data on some storage devices, and these things will be controlled by the database. Manipulating the database is involved such a function which can be able to retrieve some values from the data. Suppose in SQL language we have some query types commands which generally used to access some types of values from the data, and sharing a database allows multiple users to interact or to access the data concurrently or at a same time. Now, what is data model? Data model defines the logical structure of a database, or we can simply say how the data are connected to each other can be shown by using its data models. There are different data models are there, like relational, network, entity relationship, hierarchical, or object-oriented data model. Here we are going to discuss two more important data models. Like first one is relational data model. In the relational data model, data are represented as a table which have columns, and each and every column must have some predefined or some unique names, and there must be a relationship exist between the columns on different tables. Suppose we have these three relations. Here in student relation or student table, we have student ID column, then first name, last name, address, phone number, and emergency contact number. Again we have student course table where we have student ID columns, then course ID, and then final grade. We have another table that is course. Here we have course ID, course name, professor name, and location and meeting. Now, from the student details table, if you want to find out the name of the professor or the name of the student who takes some specific course, from this table we cannot find out the value from this because here we doesn't have any course related information there. For that, one is to go to the student course table. Here we can find out the course ID. Again the course ID is related to the course table where we can find out the name of the course and the professor who take the course. So that is called the relational data model. That means if you want to access any value from a relational data model, we need to create the relations between the columns, and then it will help us to easily access the values. Now, the next data model is entity relationship data model or ER data model. In case of entity relationship data model, we are designing the data by using some samples which are generally called ER diagram or entity relationship diagram. So before going to discuss something about ER data model, first of all we have to know the entity attribute and the relationship between these. So we can say anything or any object in the real world is called a entity. For example, each person in an organization is also an entity. Each employee in an organization is an example of entity. An entity may have attributes than relationships. The attribute is that the properties of an entity is called its attribute. For example, if we have customer entity, then customer name, customer address, customer city, these are the properties of customer entity. So we can simply say customer name, customer ID, customer city, these are the attributes of customer entity. There are different types of entities or attributes are there, like single value, multi-value and derived attributes. The attribute which have a single value or unique value for a particular entity is called single value attribute. For example, each and every student must have only one unique roll number. Each and every employee must have one employee number. So you can say roll number or employee number or account number, these are called single value attribute. On the other hand, the attribute which have a set of values for a particular entity is called multi-value attribute. For example, the phone number of a teacher or of an employee is called as a multi-value attribute because each and every person must have one phone number more or two phone number, or he may not be have any phone numbers. So last one is our derived attributes. We can simply say the value of a derived attributes can be given by calculating or by find out from some other attributes. For example, suppose we have one attribute S, we cannot give value for that attribute directly. For that we need to find out the value for S from his date of birth and from the current date. So we can say S is an example of derived attributes, and the relationship is that the association or the link between the attributes is called its relationship. As we already discussed, by using some diagrams we can explain entity relationship model. So these are the samples which are generally used in entity relationship model. Suppose rectangle is used to represent entity, oval or ellipse is used for single value or simple attribute, double ellipse is used for represent multi-value attributes, dashed ellipse is used for represent derived attributes, diamond symbol is used to represent relationships, and lines or flow lines is used to represent the relationship. Here, suppose we have one ER diagram of a university database. Here we have two tables, one is student and another one is college. In student database we have student name column, then student ID, student address, age and hobbies. And in college table we have college ID and college name column. So this thing simply show the ER diagram for these attributes. Here rectangle shows the entity, you can say student is an entity, so it is denoted by rectangle. Then the ovals are used for attributes. This dash ellipse is used for derived attributes, as you already discussed. You have to find out the value for that from another attribute. Then hobbies is a multi-value attributes because a candidate or a student may have one hobby or more hobby. And then again we have another table is college, where college ID and college names are the attributes for college entity. And the diamond symbol is used to denote the relationship between a student and college. And we are just giving the name of this relationship, that is studying. So from this ER diagram you can simply say a student take admission, he has some ID or roll number, then name, then address, then age and hobbies. The students doing the course on some other colleges, so the college have college ID and college name. So from this ER diagram you can simply find out each and every student, his address, his name, and from which college he is doing the course. So this much for database. Thank you.